The German Chamber of Commerce and Industry established this BTC a long time ago in 1993, and we have offered since training courses in everything related to the construction industry. Now the construction industry has changed and adjusted to the modern times, so we have also to adjust our training programs according to the modern times. And MEA systems, the drainage systems, are a very well suited training for South Africa due to our weather situation. In summer we have heavy rainfalls, so there is a problem to basically drain vast amounts of water in a short period of time in a way that helps basically to keep up the street system, the road system. And we all know what happens when a vast amount of water go down roads. They are underwashed, and then you have potholes and all that. And this system can help to prevent that. Now, why we are involved is not only because it's a German company, MEA Systems, but also because it's an excellent complement to our training system here in Soweto to have a modern technology in the construction industry, easily adjusted and easily adapted to South African conditions.
It is the first time we brought it into South Africa. The prospect is, I was here 1 month ago and I traveled around a lot, met many engineers, many construction companies, designers and decision makers from the municipality, such as also as the Council of Alexandra. And what I recognized is they have a problem, a big problem collecting water. So if there are areas like in Alexandra where the hills, where the roads go down the hills, and if it rains very heavily, it collects a very much water, so the water swaps over into the houses and disturbs the environment. And to make all this in a traditional way, to collect the water, to build channels, you need a long time, and how big must be the investment you have to do. With our system, you shorten that time in refitting these systems into actual existing roads, and you not only save time, of course you save money. And that should be the benefit for all of them who are interested in that system. The technical benefits are, so if you imagine that you do it in the traditional way, you have to do the woodwork, you have to make a trench, you have to fill in concrete. With our system, you make it in a very short time, you do not waste time, and so effectively you do not waste money. And the system itself is an approved system. You can use it in airports, where you can carry over with big airplanes, such as the new Airbus A380, so it can carry up to 90 tons, and it, as I already had mentioned, it's approved. And on the other hand, it's it has a very long living time. That means a long lasting lifetime. For this area where we are now is the training center. They will educate people working with the drainage systems. That means if someone here in South Africa, especially here in Johannesburg, works with the system, he needs help because he has to know how to work with it. And if we educate here people, young people, as a drainage system worker, it may be much more effective for all those who want to work with it here. So if it is not a big project, people can come and can get advice and can get help by this center here. I'm traveling a lot around the world into countries like Argentina, where the product also is very exotic, but when they recognized how it works, how they can save money, because they are investing much money into inner city areas where they have to collect water also, then the flash jumps over very quickly. That means they recognize where they can save money, and then there are a lot of demands for that product. So let me give you an example for South Africa. I visited Greenpoint, and some of the engineers who are working there is a colleague of an African engineer. He's a German one, and he told me, why didn't you come earlier? That means 3 years ago. And I told him, I gave him the answer, you can retrofit it into the ground, it's not a problem.
We have to learn the system that's done by MEA and register it with the Department of Labor and the SITA. When it's accepted, and then the learning materials have to be developed so that we should start training people in that system there were engineers looking at it, and then if they accept it, then I think that next year we can start training people with this system. There are a lot of German companies who has interest in the training that we are doing here at the BTC. For example, Mea had an interest, and then now the solar Shuko, they want to train people in solar installations, and then we are busy talking with them. They think that they can also donate to the center, and then we train people in their systems. So the Germans are really interested in assisting South Africans, and then they've got their technology that they want to share with us.
When we established last year the SAGTS, the South African German Training Systems, we wanted to bundle all our training activities that we as a chamber, as the German Chamber of Commerce and Industry, have started since 1993 here in South Africa. We wanted to bundle these activities. Now we are going a further step, and that is we want to adjust to the South African society and the South African community, and that means we will hand over this South African German training services to a management team of young South Africans which will run this training company according to South African standards, but also in the German training system. That means we combine South African standards and German standards in the South African German training services.